Welcome back to Hey Kentucky. Time for a little more topical discussion now, beginning with a look at how March might look for UK basketball. This is the team's current sheet for net rankings used by the NCAA Selection Committee. The Cats have 5 Quad 1 wins, 3 in Quadrant 2, and 6 wins in both Quadrants 3 and 4. Having won 4 straight and 12 of its last 14 games, Kentucky appears to be trending toward a top 4 seed in the tournament, and it's a likely candidate for a popular dark horse pick to reach the Final Four. Perrin, there's not a year, really, where Kentucky isn't one of the teams you can mention as someone that could go to the Final Four. How important do you think a top 4 seed is this year?
I think it's very important, and it's important every year. And the reason why is you don't want to face somebody like a Baylor in the second round or a Texas Tech in the second round. You want to avoid those games. The first 2 games, you want to get somebody that's not on that level, that's somebody that's an easy out the first 2 games. And none of these games are going to be easy, but a lot easier than what you would typically get if you were not a top 4 seed.
Do you think if everything maintains the way it is, yes, they are a top 4 seed?
Definitely. They beat whoever they're supposed to beat. And also, if they get this win tonight at LSU on the road, I think it'll go a long way for their resume as well.
Yeah, if they win the SEC for sure. All right, let's turn to Kentucky football. The team may have run out of quarterbacks in 2019, but this coming season, the Wildcats have an embarrassment of riches at the position. It's only fair, right? Mark Stoops successfully recruited homegrown legacy recruit Bo Allen to join the 2020 class last spring. Then as the early signing period drew near, another talented prospect popped up when Auburn's Joey Gatewood entered the transfer portal. UK's coaching staff made a significant impression to sign the former top 50 recruit. And of course, Terry Wilson is expected to return to action during preseason training camp. But all involved seem to welcome the competition. Perrin, it's still yet to be determined if Joey Gatewood could even play next year, if he would even be available. But I think we're all sure going in that it's Terry. It's Terry's job to lose for sure. And I'm excited for him to return. And then I'm excited for who's behind him.
No, I mean, the future is very bright. And I think you want to have that many quarterbacks at your disposal because obviously what happened last year, you want that to ever happen again, even though it worked out well. Because it's not always going to work out in your favor. But for me, I think you want to try to get everybody eligible because, there's no guarantee that Terry Wilson's knee is going to be ready. And throwing is all about your balance and your legs, and it starts with the foundation up. So his leg, hopefully it's ready. But also you want to have these guys ready to go if need be, if Terry's knee is not ready to go.
And then, of course, you've got Nick Scalzo. When you do get a loaded quarterback room like that, you always wonder if they all stay.
Yes.
Who knows? All right. It seems the path for bringing legalized sports betting to Kentucky is getting more rocky. Last week, lawmakers in Frankfort attached nearly a dozen amendments to the legislation that would make it more difficult to push through. Among the suggested changes, a significant raise in tax rates, stricter requirements for the Horse Racing Commission, adding more revenue to gambling addiction assistance, and allowing a wider variety of facilities to be eligible for a sports betting license. The bill has had trouble getting support from the GOP in the House, even as Democrats and Governor Beshear have given it nearly unanimous support. Perrin, it would seem to me that making anything more difficult on the horse racing industry is not going to go over well.
No, I mean, I don't understand why we continue to handicap ourselves in terms of trying to get things done. Like, if we know what horse racing can do, if you bring legalized betting here, more dollars stay in the state, and that's what you want, instead of going over to Indiana and surrounding states. Why can't we just make this as feasible as possible? And I know things are difficult. I know lawmakers have things that got to get done, but this makes the most sense for having disposable revenue for you to generate here in the state and get things done. Why not just make it happen?
I think so. I think to me it's as simple as if I make money, I can choose to spend it on what I want. But anyway, All right, still ahead on Hey Kentucky. We're going to revisit tonight's big matchup for Kentucky basketball. Perrin will break down the key matchups of all involved. Don't go away.